Welcome to my first video on a board game I've been developing, known as Morn Station Morn. It's quite small board game. I'm going to cover a small round with heavy weaponry and light weaponry. Everything we need to firstly know about the rules is this is our board. It's a Space Crusade board. These are doors. Doors may be moved through but not shot through. And these are walls. Walls can't be moved through nor shot through. Other rules will be explained while playing. Other materials you require to play: standard dice for some actions, but rarely. I generally use them as HP counters. Then standard Space Crusade white dice. They have 2 zeros and 1s on them. And Space Crusade red dice. These are reutilized for overheating of weaponry, of heavy weaponry. Next come the miniatures. Miniatures vary depending on what we're playing. We are playing around Chaos against Imperium, Space Marines. This first covers the Chaos units. Every squad has a maximum of 1 commander and has to have a commander apart from Orcs, but I'm not playing Orcs. For Chaos, we got the High Chaos Space. He has 4 HP and is armed with a bolt rifle, has a medium melee attack, which equals to 2 white dice being rolled. And then 3 of the 3 Chaos Marines, all armed with bolt rifles. 3 Chaos Marines, all armed with bolt rifles, which have you have to cover it. In range combat, you roll 3 of the white dice, and each of them, all numbers get counted together, and if it's a 3, the range attack hits. We'll say he has a special. Any Chaos Marine in the same room as him may reroll their melee action once. And as a heavy weapon, they have a flamer with them, which has to roll 3 dice again, and if it's a 2, exact number is a 2, he may fire to a single target, but first you roll another 4 red die. If the red die, for example, now indicates a 0, it means it only takes 1 target. 1 would still be 1 target, but a 2 would be 2 targets, and a 3 would then be hitting 3 targets. This damage may not be split, but this rule will be explained later. Next come to our Space Marine force. For Space Marines, we first have the heavy weapons commander. The miniature is armed with a melter gun, but he is armed with a heavy bolter, which rolls like a bolt gun, but hits with 2 damage instead of 3. He has 4 HP, like the other Marines, and also 3 movement, like the other Marines. For God's sake, this guy has the same stats as a Chaos Marine, apart from his movement, which is only 2 squares. He's like a Sand Marine, but is armed with a bolt rifle. The squad also has 3 wonderfully painted 20mm size. By the way, all squares are 20mm, so you can't use the newer days Primaris Space Marines forces. We got 3 standard Space Marines. They have the same stats as Chaos Space Marines. And we have 1 heavy weapon Space Marine armed with a plasma gun. Next, we're going to position our troopers. For this, we first need to build up. We are going to spawn Space Marines under here, but first, since I first put Chaos, I will first place down Space Marines. Let's first position our troopers, since we generally have to position them on the edge, so they are connected to the edge. I generally put the units with the lowest movement to the front. Let's now position our Chaos troops. We generally, since they also have a heavy weapon, we are of course going to build up a simple similar system, a sized pyramid. I'm going to do this. I'm going to place a mission here. I am first going to go with Space Marines. A move with Space Marines. I have already played on this map quite a few times because it's the most optional. Each square is 20mm. Each 20mm square is a movement. So first we're gonna move our plasma gun. This allows you to move diagonally. We're first going to change this. 2 movement done. 2 movements since he moved from this square to this. Then now he moves. He has moved 3 squares from this square to this square. They may move diagonally like this. In here. And he only takes 2 movement, and he also only takes, I think, a position here. Our first turn is done since I can't do any shooting. So it's now time for chaos. For the Plague God, Plague Father, I personally prefer Space Marines, but for this one I'm going to of course say that. We have got the first can do movement. I want to show a quick example. If I would place them here, I could not take the door because you can't move through the doors like this. So you have to move like this or like this through the door in this area. You cannot do this, you have to cross there. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna position more like 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Now our Chaos player's turn is done again, so this would be the first movement turn. Since you can't do any shooting, our next turn will be done by the Space Marine player again, who moves again this guy up for 3 squares. It's this room. I'll simply do the turns. I think this guy stood like here, so normally I would not move the board, so I would not have these problems. It's our Chaos player's turn. Again, I'm gonna keep it board like this because right now this is the most optional for showing movement. This man is moving up like this, preparing to engage. Move up any of them into the room? No. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Medium player's turn. As you can see, probably next turn after the Space Marine's turn, there will be the first shooting actions. Takes this 3 movement. Oh, this guy blocks line of sight. I think I should use a really more position like this. See if I have line outside of the door. I think you should have line of sight to the door, or is he hitting a Space Marine? No. No, he has no line of sight to the door. Next turn, it's now time for the Chaos Marines to take the turn. First move, 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2. He goes in direct melee with one of the Space Marines. Now we're gonna melee, both of them are medium. But, so we roll 2 dice for both sides. Space Marine player. 0, 0. Chaos player. 0, 0. Nothing happens. And there's no action of him to reroll this. Well, no, he can reroll this. Forgot, because he's a Chaos Space Marine. We got a 2. This means we got 2 versus 0. So the Space Marine will eat 2 damage, making his HP reduced to 1. He may not take it as a ranged action because he has already used his attack action in this turn. 1, 2. Now our Flamer opens up. He rolls 3 white dice. He may only be able to targeting the commander because the rest he doesn't have line of sight to. It's it. He rolled a 4. If we sum it up, We'll sum up all the rolls. So here, we roll the white dice. Yeah, take the commander takes amount of 2/1 damage, reducing his HP to 3. Next, the other Chaos Space Marine is ready for next turn. He takes the bolt gun action. He does not hit. But since there's a rule, you're allowed to once, this is a rule, action rulebook, you're allowed to reroll 2 of the dice, white dice. It's a hit. He has line of sight to the heavy guy, so he's gonna shoot the heavy guy. His HP are reduced to 2 because he only has 3 HP, not like the big guy. The rest of the space wouldn't make sense to move him up, apart from like from the front of the door, maybe like this. By the way, you're not allowed to block these 2 doors because then you couldn't access this room. It's time for Space Marine's player's turn. He opens up into the Chaos Space Marine with a flamer. Means he shoots with a heavy bolt. This means a terrible hit count. 1-1-0, no hit, but we are allowed to reroll the dice. Nothing. He did not hit. Anything. This guy moves up like this. He takes a retaliation. This means a light versus. He's allowed to retaliate, meaning a light versus a light. He may die. Nothing happens. Both sides are 0. He now shoots with ranged action into the Chaos Marine with a flamer. Very good roll is 2. 3, we got a hit. His HP is reduced to 2. Now we have a plasma gun. The plasma gun may now move up again, and takes the fighting turn into the Chaos Space Marine with a bolt gun. Meaning we're gonna roll 3 right dice, and a red dice. The red dice for overheating, and you have to quickly look at the rules what counts as an overheat, because I have forgotten what the overheating is. Rule of the plasma gun was, because he's armed a plasma gun, which can overheat. Plasma gun may overheat on a 0. If the red is a 0, it won't hit at all, because then it has just overheated. Okay, that's a horrendous roll. Where this didn't get an overheat, but we can reroll 2 of the white dice, all of them are just 0s. Nothing happens, the plasma gun just does not shoot. The Space Marines seem to have terrible luck right now when it comes to their shooting action. Next, both guns open up. One into the Chaos Marine with a bolter. And another one misses again. The second one also opens up. He can only shoot at he only has line of sight to the commander, so he opens up into the commander. We got an immediate hit for once, meaning the commander's HP is reduced to 3. The Chaos Commander's HP is reduced to 3. There we got a lot of damage going on. Now we got next turn. Chaos Space Marine Commander is on again. He takes a firing action directly into the Chaos Marine. Oh, that's pretty okay roll. You have to roll 2 of the dice. Nothing happens. The bolt gun Marines opens up again into the guy with the plasma gun. No hit right now. Nothing. He moves up like this, and then these 2 boys move in. Yeah, but I can't barely fit the dice. The issue when you is using dice. He opens up into a plasma gun. These 2 boys just open up into the plasma gun. Hit. Plasma gun is almost down, and nothing. Yeah, still nothing. This means all Chaos Marines have taken their firing actions, apart from the Flamer, which will now do its firing action. Which, wait, forgot to roll one as extra dice. Nothing right now. This was a 1, I know this. That was a 1. Where's the 1? The highest the white dice can roll is a 2. Nothing. Flamer also does nothing for this turn. It's Space Marine turn again. He moves up once again. He was here. And he opens up into the Flamer Chaos Marine. The heavy bolter. It's a hit. The mech hit. The heavy bolter deals 2 damage. He only has 2 HP left, so he's taken out of first blood. The Chaos Marine with a Flamer. Next with the Plasma Marine, who is going to fire into this bunch of dudes. This means he will be hitting these 2 and this one with 2 damage and this with 1 damage. He won't be hitting this man because this is just it hits like an axe basically. It is from what I know from the rules. Yeah, adjacent to it. Meaning it won't hit if it's and it's an overheat. The gun overheats for 1 turn. Meaning it won't be able to fire for next turn. Normally it would hit both of them, but now we're gonna overheat. This means I will put a red dice next to it. If it does not, it can't shoot for the next turn, basically. No, our Space Marines will be firing, or they're both guns. We will be firing into the commander, so he does not give this buff anymore. And 1 hit. This regular bolt guns only deal 1 damage. Heavy bolter does 2, or bolt rifle, as we call it in the rules, because some irons may only be armed with a bolt rifle. For basically the same rules, but yeah. No hit. And last bolt gun into them. Oh, not good luck. Nothing. So now it's a chaos player's turn again. In this we are going to attempt to take down a plasma gun. Nothing. We got hit. The plasma gun is down. This means this will now be standard bolt gun combat apart from the heavy bolter. 2 firing turns, 1 bolt gun is still left that can still fire. We're gonna yeet that into Zim. Nothing. You have now used up all bolt gun turns from the Space Marines. We are now going to our Chaos Space Marines. This man is still alive for some reason. Move him up and we are going to shoot into the Chaos Commander. Please give me a 2. Oh yes, we have gotten a really good roll. It's a 4, so it's still hit. Chaos Commander is down. He has taken his last 2 wounds and now he's dead. This doesn't look good for the Chaos Marines. Next we're going to take 3 bolt gun actions. I'm going to be firing them until all of them into the same Space Marine. No hit. Wait, or the 4, I think. We don't know, I might have accidentally overlooked, but 1 damage into him. We still got 1 more roll, I think, if I have counted correctly. Nothing. Now it's Chaos Player's turn again. He attempts, we won't just split up, I think. He will just move up and do a melee action. It's a medium against a medium. We use 2 white dice for 1 medium attack. So this is an attacker. You can rule them how you want to. Defender. This means the Chaos Marine will take 2 damage and is reduced to 1 HP. This Chaos Marine just shoots into him. The bolt gun action. And nothing. The second Marine also shoots into the wounded Marine. This 1 HP is the one. So yeah. A reroll, nothing. Horrendous shooting of the Chaos Marines. Truly horrendous. This man now moves away, backs off. He does do a retaliation attack for moving away, running away. But because he wants to still do a shooting action next turn, but he probably won't survive. Now it's a bolt rifle action, a bolt gun action rather, which does not hit him. Now the wounded Marine takes a shooting action into him. And it's a 3. All 3 would be 1s. If this would be a bolt pistol, it would be hit if only of these 2 would be 1s. But no trooper is armed with a bolt pistol. But yeah, this guy is just out. This is truly terrible for the Chaos Marines. Next turn, next attack rather, this man fires a heavy bolter into this man, into this Chaos Marine. Oh man, having unluck with the heavy bolter. It's kind of good for the Chaos Marines. But yeah, well, I mean, I'm probably still not going to win. I think we still have 1 bolt gun action left. Needs it into the wounded Chaos Marine. And it's surprisingly a hit. We got with a reroll, we got another hit. And yeah, this is definitely a lose. Now this man, first Chaos turn, he opens up, and this man still attempting to get at least the kill. This is horrendous shooting. Yes, no hits at all. All zeros. This man will move up into him, and I think this was a wounded one, so he's going to do melee against the wounded one. Forgot that he has a marker, the commander. He only took 3 damage, I still know that. We're going to do melee medium versus medium to show some more melee combat. With 1 from attacker side and 0 from a defender side. Normally, if for example this would be 2, the attacker would take 1 damage, of course. For example, if this for example, would be the attacker and this would be defender, then this would be minus, and then well the attacker would take, the defender would take damage. It's terribly explained, but for example, if this would be the defender's roll and this would be attacker's roll, then the defender would take 1 damage because you subtract this to that. You can't do minus damage, of course. I mean, always a higher number gets subtracted by the lower number. And the person that rolls the lower number will take the damage that comes out in the end. But this was a 1-0, I know that. So he gets taken out from the battlefield, 1 down. Oh, this guy is blocked for next turn, so he will be forced to do melee. Probably. Okay, the heavy bolter first. The heavy commander opens up with this heavy bolter. Nothing right now, but with another reroll, also nothing. Very unlucky. He moves away. We do a light attack for the attacker because, well, just want him to run away, and a light attack for the defender. And this is 1-1. No, nothing comes out because minus was 0. It just a 0. They can't reroll any melee attacks because their commander is dead, of course. But yeah. But range attacks may still be rerolled, but not melee attacks. But yeah, now he does a range attack against the Space Marine. Nothing. We got another melee. This game moves away and shoots a damaged one. This is like some of the worst shooting I've yet seen from any side. 0, only 2 would be hit for a flamer, but this is not a flamer, it's just a bolt gun, so no hits. Chaos turn again. He opens up into the commander once again with his bolter. Does not get any hits in. Just zeros. Everything is just not hitting anything. And he moves up into the commander and does a duel with him in melee again. Both only have a melee medium of 1 medium, meaning more of the overall. Defenders score, attackers score 1 damage. Meaning he's now to 2 damage. And it's time for Space Marines once again. He opens up into this man. Yeah, horrendous shooting. This man opens up into this guy. Say brother, I should rather say brother because Space Marines. This shooting is just horrendous. They should be dead, but no. He moves away. Retaliation attack. Defender, so he takes attacker, so he takes 2 damage. Or 1 damage. That's 2 was a bit wrong. But it's always light versus the person that runs away. 1 is attack type 1 stage downward. So he basically has light attacks only 1 white die. Heavy would be 1 white and 1 red die. Right now, like I said, there are no units that I feel that are armed with heavy weapons. I might do a video with some more different specialized units, where you can also see some more other interesting specials. Next we are going to do a move with a heavy bolter. We are going to open up into him. This is just terrible rolling on my part. It's already 26 minutes. It's a bit long in the video. Wonderful. Oh, it's 27. It's Chaos turn once again. Woohoo! How we love it. He takes ranged action to the commander. I swear to God, normally I get more hits in. Might be because I play Chaos Terminator. Actually, I need to play with the Terminator armed with the Assault Cannon, aka 4 bolt pistol moves. And he opens up into this Space Marine. No, he first moves away, yeah. So he does his range action. I'm a bit dumb right now. We don't like the commander. No hit again, once again. Both are rerolled and well, nothing. Commander's turn again. He just opens up into this dude. He eats heavy bolt gun shell once again and oh, it's a hit. He is out since he takes 2 damage. He has 1 HP, so yeah, he's basically fucked. He now eats 2 bolt action turns. Nothing. And he's dead. This basically means now the Space Marine player has won, since he still has units remaining on the battlefield. And this was basically our first ever played game of 1 Station Morn. I generally will make more videos sooner or later if people are interested in it. This is just a homemade board game. I might publish the rules, but I don't know right now since the rules are not done at all, not finalized. I'm still adding more stuff to the game, like new units and other things. For example, there's some things I did not show. For example, Advanced adds a lot more features, featuring equipment and everything, and even Terminators for both sides. I'm using, but one thing, if you want to play the game ever, you do require Space Crusade for the board, or you can just make it like your own. These are 20mm. These are only made for 20mm bases, so you can't use the newer 32 ones. 32 base miniatures are generally 2 times miniatures, aka miniatures that just take up this amount of area. This SkyTurret only does this, but a large amount of area. But I would be showing this another time. One thing I want to quickly show was a plasma gun. How it hits, for example, like this, and you hit like this, all these guys would take 1 damage. The trick of the plasma gun is if you would be hitting here, all these would just take 1 damage. If With two dice reroll, you can't reroll red dice. Because I mentioned that. And if, for example, this guy would stand, he would take 2 damage. Something to quickly explain. I might upload the rules if people ask, but like I said, right now the rules are not finalized at all, and if people are interested, I might make more videos on War Station Morn. This is like a custom board game I've been developing in my free time.